Today in rune stones, I'm going to talk about is the rune stone called Laguz. If you look at this rune stone, it doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like an arrow. It doesn't look like a knife. It doesn't look like anything. So this rune stone represents subconscious. It represents a certain intuition, and it is about emotions. So as a society, or as a set of people in a society, we can talk a great deal about subconscious. We can talk a great deal about emotions, intuition. This runestone Lagos also at a lot of places is referred to as a woman, which is the energy of a woman. They are considered to be very, very emotional beings, and therefore the rune stone. So, as I was saying, in a society, it's very easy to talk about a certain intuitive gift, a certain subconsciousness, and all of that. But a society collectively will move to a subconscious vibe or an intuitive vibe when it is addressing first something which is right in front of them. So we go to intuition, we go to higher understanding emotions much later. First it is about how is our conduct, or how we are as transactional beings. So there was a report recently, and in this report a Pakistani celebrity is saying that she doesn't feel safe walking or jogging on her out on the streets. If you were to watch my some previous vlogs on this channel, I have spoken about the same nonsense I face in India. If in India you go jogging or you go regularly for walking, you will get spotted in some way, or you will have some nonsense or the other coming up. It may not be as bad as what this celebrity is talking about, but Indian society also doesn't have all that much freedom for a woman who's single and is just trying to go out on a walk. So, all the rune stones, when they're talking about intuition and things like those, I will tell you something. Maybe in this talk, many people are not going to be happy of what I'm going to talk, but it's very important that I do speak up. I have great understanding. So, if you don't know, I'm a psychic, and this runestone also means psychic powers and psychic ability. So, psychic is someone who can foresee a future, or a future gets told in lot of ways. So, I can take visions and see how things are lined out for some people or whoever will request, and then on its own, lot of things get shown to me through dreams and visions. So, I'm a psychic, and I'm also a ace tarot card reader, and I also do is this rune stones. So I'm doing this tutorial, and that's how I'm talking today about is the Laguz. So before I became so heavily intuitive, and I have such great intuition, comes with also how well I understand people and situations around me. And you know, so I will take an example here. There was a time when I really, really traveled all over India. I did a lot of backpacking, and then no matter where I was, whether I was in Delhi, whether I was in Bombay, whether I was wherever, you name it, Himachal, you name, wherever you name it, okay, let's say Rajasthan, anywhere you name it. And I always felt the fruits are very, very expensive or they're exorbitant, and this stayed with me always, that whenever I go to buy fruits, they're always very, very expensive. Then once I went to this city where, as I got off from the station, and I'm just looking out, so I'm outside the station and I'm just looking around, and I look up in the sky, and it's a bit of a evening time, and I'm amazed how huge and blood red is the sun. And my emotion just went like, wow. Because that sun in the sky, which was about to start to set, this is before it starts to even go down. So it's just changing color, and in some time it will start to set. I catch it at that time. In the sky, it's huge and it is blood red. That sun, you have to see how beautiful, red and huge that sun was. And I said, what a beautiful sun, you know. And then when I turned to my left, I read written in very huge letters, Sun City. I'm talking about Jodhpur. So if you have not been to Jodhpur, then you should also try to catch the sun, either in the sunset or the sunrise, and you will know why this city is called the Sun City. The sun is so beautiful, magnificent, and what lovely red color, just amazing. you know so this was so I'm in this city, so I'm first impressed with this beautiful, beautiful red sun, and I'm amazed the city is called the Sun City. Very, very apt and correct name. And then, after maybe few days or in a day or two, I'm buying fruits, and I'm amazed how reasonable and well priced are the fruits. This has never happened to me, where I have found the fruits are reasonably priced or very well priced. I actually found them to be fairly cheap. And I believe this is how the fruit should be priced. And I always felt it in every other city that the fruit seller is charging me exorbitant. All across, this was my experience. Only in Jodhpur, I was able to get this, and not just at one stall. Anywhere I bought the fruits, I just found the price to be great. I just kept this experience to myself, and it was just an amazing experience. And then, after maybe whatever number of days, I'm traveling in the train to a certain place. And as I'm sitting in the train, couple of seats behind me, some people were talking. And one man is talking, and he says, you will find only in Jodhpur the most honest people. He said they will not charge you a penny more. They'll always charge you the most right price. And he said it's because our king is still there. Believe me, I will vouch for that statement that people are very, very honest and they will not charge you a penny more. What I'm feeling is true. What I'm observing is also right there, very, very true. And then I also find a confirmation of everything that I'm experiencing, and therefore I'm getting told it is true. So, intuition doesn't lie to you. One, it is built with lot of, if you've worked and done a lot of things in life, and then, the intuition was talking to me. So, this is the energy that I'm picking up around me. Now I will go to, as I said, a certain example or experience, which a lot of people may not like if you're listening to it, but then I should share it. I've been to pretty much every other state in India. Every other state I have been and I have traveled. And I will tell you, everybody is very well behaved. Men. As a woman, I'm sharing this with you that every other state, men are very well behaved, except for people from UP and Bihar. You know, and this is not, I'm not talking about maybe the absolute cream and well to do and all of that. I'm talking about the middle class and the lower middle class, or maybe lower middle class and then the low income further down. Wherever I have been, and if you see a laborers from UP and Bihar, they are like a filth around. You won't find the poor from different states with such bad quality as you will find it in people from UP and Bihar. As a woman, I don't want to see these people around. If you are walking, they'll pass a comment. If you are walking, they're looking for ways to harass you. It's just a filth, absolute filth, walking on the streets. It's a filth existence. And intuitively, the minute I see these laborers from UP and Bihar, I just know the environment is so dirty. We can do a lot of rune stone studies, we can study rune stones like this, like that, but nobody is controlling their population. The poorest of poor with extremely bad culture are going on reproducing, and you will find this shit and filth at so many places. UP and Bihar should lock up their laborers, control their population, and not have such poor people roam around like filth everywhere. A lot of people will say, no, there is no problem. Other state people are also like this. I'll tell you, there is no other problem with any other state. All men are very well behaved. Even the poorest of poor are well behaved. The problem is only from UP and Bihar. I've lived a lot of time in Bombay, Mumbai, which is called now. And there was a time when a wave of, when Raj Thackeray started to speak about people from UP and Bihar. And I couldn't understand it. And the more I traveled, the more anywhere see them, you will know how true, Raj Thakuray's words will turn in. Once I met when I'm traveling, I met this girl. She was from West Bengal. So she said we border with West Bengal and Bihar. And she said even if there is smallest of problem in Bihar, they start damaging the public property. They start damaging the trains. They will start, you know, looting. They will start doing, tearing up the seats or the breaking some things in the buses and the trains. She said they're always waiting for an opportunity to start damaging public goods. This is absolute shit and filth she's talking about. And you know what does this amount to? When the Laguz is in the reverse, which is madness. And this shit and filth, I'm sorry I have to use this language because they're up to no good. They will keep repeating themselves wherever they go. If you see this news report, because one train got cancelled, they started breaking glass, damaging things around them, like in a mob, because one train got cancelled. What will you do with higher understanding, subconsciousness, this and that, when one part of the society is functioning like this? Bihar is one of the poorest of poor states. And when these laborers and all will travel to other states, this is exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to replicate their poverty. As a society, people of UP and Bihar should stay locked up in UP and Bihar, and their population needs to get cut down. They should not allow poorest of poor to reproduce or have more than one child. Overall Indian population needs to come down for the woman's safety.